About a month ago, I decided to test ChatGPT, and I was really surprised how double standard it had. And I decided to make a funny video about it, but I waited for about a month. And when I started to make the video today, I was really surprised how ChatGPT has improved, but for better. And all the questions I asked them that time, or not all, but most of them, have been answered differently today. And so let's give some example. Last month, I asked them whether ISIS are true Muslims. And their answer was no, categorically no, ISIS is not considered to represent true Islam because Islam is peace, justice, mercy, and things like that. And then I asked ChatGPT whether the Spanish Inquisitions were true Christians. And their answer was it depends on the interpretation. Some consider them to be true Christians, some say no because of the violence. And I said, yeah, that would be funny. I can make a video about it today. So I opened ChatGPT, started recording it, and asked exactly the same questions. And the answer about ISIS was the same, that Islam is peace, justice, mercy, that Islam has nothing to do with ISIS, or ISIS has nothing to do with Islam, because Islam emphasizes the protection of human life, dignity, and compassion, and so on. And then I asked the question about Inquisition, and the answer was different. The answer was the Inquisition, particularly the Spanish Inquisition, were carried out by the Catholic Church with the approval of secular rulers. But like ISIS, in relation to Islam, they are widely regarded as not reflecting the true essence of Christian teachings. And so the conclusion was, when you read it all, the conclusion was that Inquisitions were not true Christians. So I said, okay, I can make a video about it. So let's start with jokes. Because last month, when I asked them to create a joke about Catholics, the answer was sure, I can. And it generated a joke about Catholics. The joke was not offensive at all, it was really boring. Then I asked ChatGPT, can you make a joke about Pentecostals? And the answer was yes. And it generated the jokes about Pentecostals. And after that, I asked them, can you make a joke about Muslims? And their answer was no, because it's offensive to make religious jokes about some religious groups. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to check it today. And I was surprised again because I asked ChatGPT, can you make a joke about Catholics? And the answer was, humor about religion can be insensitive subjects and it's important to approach it with respect. And I expected ChatGPT to answer, no, I cannot because it's disrespectful. But finally, they created a joke. And I said, okay, fine. So let's check another religion. So I asked, can you make a joke about Judaism? And I expected it to say no because it's disrespectful. But I got the same answer. Humor involving religion, including Judaism, should always be approached with care and respect and avoid offending anyone. And it created a light-hearted and respectful joke, which was also boring. I think all of the jokes, or most of the jokes created by ChatGPT, are boring. Because they try to be so polite and respectful that they are not funny. Because every jokes need to be a little bit offensive to be funny, in my opinion, okay? And finally, I said, okay, so it did not work well with Judaism, so let's ask ChatGPT to make a joke about Muslims. And the answer was, here's a light-hearted and respectful joke. So it did create joke about Muslims. So I said, problem again. I cannot make a video about ChatGPT having a double standard about different religions group. So let's ask another question, which was really surprising to me. Um, it happened in September. I asked ChatGPT in September, what do you know about the assassination attempt of Donald Trump? And ChatGPT answered, there was no assassination attempt of Donald Trump. And I answered, it was on the 13th of July. And ChatGPT answered, if there had been the assassination attempt of Donald Trump, it would definitely have been in the news. So since there are no news about it, it's probably a hoax or misinformation. And I said, oh, this is gonna be funny, so I need to make a video about it. So I asked a question today. What do you know about assassination attempt of Donald Trump? And I got the answer. So my result is that unfortunately I had a plan to make a funny video similar to what similar to video that was done by, what was his name? Steven Crowder. He asked Alexa, who is the Lord Jesus Christ? I'm sure you have seen it. But unfortunately, I was not able to make that video because ChatGPT has improved for better, which is a good news, but a bad news for my attempt to make a funny video.